When I first went to Rikuzentakata, I had no idea. My university Japanese professor was in town, and she said, "Hey, I'm in Iwate, and I know that you moved here, so if you want to meet up, I'm going to be in this town called Rikuzentakata." And it's not close to my town. It's about 2 hours away, maybe a little more. Just after work, I drove to Rikuzentakata to see my professor and her student, and met up, had dinner, drove home. But when I got to that area before I met up with her, I just thought, I came across this place with a lot of empty lots and brand new streets, fresh concrete, no houses, just fields, but sort of set within a defined infrastructure. And I thought, what a very strange place for a subdivision. How strange, I've never seen a master plan community in Japan. Why here? I thought it was really bizarre. But I didn't think much of it. And then as I was driving, I came across this incredible tree. I was driving and I could just see it as I went over this bridge, this one pine tree, just standing by itself alone. And it was really powerful. I thought, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this tree before, but it's amazing. And then I went on and had dinner and got back to my town and went back to work the next day, and I told everyone, this was before COVID, I told everybody, I went to Rikuzentakata last night. There's this really cool tree out there. It's really wild. And they said, yeah, that's Ippon Matsu, the miracle pine. And from there, I started to look into what Rikuzentakata was and what it meant and what happened. And, a lot of what I saw there made a little bit more sense as far as the emptiness and the constant construction. So I went back and I noticed a little more this time. I arrived there in the daytime that time, and I noticed a lot more. And there was this sort of feeling that you could see scars, but everyone was healing, and still everyone was holding their breath. And there was this constant percussive, rhythmic background sound of construction. And that was in 2019. It's been a long time.
So we're raising money for a non-profit organization called Sakura Line 311. And what they want to do is they want to plant these cherry blossom trees right here, along the maximum height of the tsunami that hit in 2011, they want to plant 17,000 trees in the city of Rikuzentakata. But as of December, they've only planted about 1,700 trees, so about 10%. And we're trying to raise the money to help them plant more trees so that people in the future, when the next tsunami comes, not if, when the next tsunami comes, the people know where to run to for safety. So yeah, tune in on March 10 at around 10 or 11 a.m. Japan time, and let's do it. We are here in Rikuzentakata, and this is where the 2011 tsunami hit in Iwate, and they built the new wall over there. But before the wall was here, the tsunami came up to this point right here, and you can see these trees here. These are sakura trees, and there's an organization here that wants to plant trees along the points where the tsunami reached, and these trees will serve for people in the future, where if another tsunami comes, these people can run past these trees for safety. So we are trying to raise money for that charity and help plant more trees in the city. And this wall is 12.5 meters high, or about 41 feet. And the tsunami in 2011 was 15 meters high, or about 49 feet. So when I asked a local guide here in Rikuzentakata why didn't they build the wall higher, they told me that they have a concept called bosai and gensai. So bosai is a Japanese concept of like 100% preparedness for disaster, but that's impossible. So what they're doing is gensai, which is minimizing as much damage as they can, or giving more time for people to run. So they built the wall lower to 12.5 meters instead of 15 meters because it's just enough height to give the people in the city enough time to run away from the tsunami. And then they also have not only the wall, they raised the entire city by 10 meters so that there are more places that people can run to. They're planting the trees to mark areas where they know where to see and visually run to. They have the new museum to always remind people of what the tsunami is like. And they have all these stuff, just drilling preparedness, and that hopefully people don't forget in the future. I was reading a research paper about the tsunami, and on average it takes about 2 or 3 generations before disasters are forgotten. So with all these preparations and constant reminders and visuals, we're hoping that past 3 generations the disaster will always be remembered and that lives will be saved in the future. So that's my project right now. I'm like really like, let's do it. Let's plant trees. Let's have the world help plant more trees for this city. And then so that when the coronavirus, the COVID-19, once it calms down, you guys can come here to Japan and then maybe go up to Iwate, and then you can see the trees that you guys helped plant. And that's my goal. Yeah. So that is my passion project right now. I started back at end of January, and it's now the end of February, and we have 2.5 weeks about. And I've tried to go max speed gear 5 with it.
Hopefully this reaches out and helps the people of the future remember the efforts and the unfortunate times of the past. A brighter future minimize it.
I have 1 minute.